leave it be for now, man. But
Who? Me?
no,
It's into Mike.
Buddy joined your
Sean,
channel.
he's still playing around with characters. I'm saying leave it
okay.
for now.
So the first things we're going to start off with is just the basics. Does everyone know how to get to their medical menu?
Buddy joined your channel.
Yep.
So you can just get to it very quickly, bring up a lovely screen in front of you that says your name top left, and then a view triage card, examine patients, bandages, fractures, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
If you haven't changed it yet, it should be an H key.
Yeah, Amos, you got that?
Yeah, I've got it.
You've got it up in front of you, marvellous. So it's a big square menu, a rectangular menu with all these different options on. So I'm just going to go over very quickly what each one means so you know what you're looking at. Triage menu, that simply tells you what's happened to your character and the time at which it's happened. Bandages, morphine, the whole lot, it's all on there. Examine patient, you can check your blood pressure, your pulse, and the response of other people. But for yourself, it's just blood pressure and pulse. As normal rifleman, you'll get a vague indication of what your blood pressure is. So if you'll just check your pulse. Sorry, everyone check pulse.
You have to click on a body part before you can check pulse.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you need to click on a body part. The head, anywhere on the body you can check pulse. Arms you can check blood pressure.
Yeah.
And it should tell you like a normal heart rate.
Sorry, where is that?
So you've opened your medical menu.
Yep.
You've gone over to examine patient. What looks like a magnifying glass looking at a person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you click on any part of the body, but ideally a limb, and you check pulse. And a bar will then come over, and then you find a
Heart rate normal.
Where's the check pulse?
so you're in the medical menu, Amos.
I've done that and I've clicked on the body.
Yep, and then so on the symbols on the left hand side underneath where it says examine and treatment, the second one from the left should be examine patient.
Yeah.
Click on that and you should see check pulse.
Got it.
So, cracking. So that's a good way. Now, I'm doing this just for orientation. Really, you shouldn't necessarily need that too much. If your heart rate's too low or too high, you'll hear it. Same with blood pressure. It will tell you low blood pressure, high blood pressure. That will all relate to how close to unconscious you are. The next one is bandages and fractures. So if you click on that, at the moment you are injured, and so the way you operate this is you click on bandages and fractures, and then you click on the body, different parts. So there's 6 different parts. There's each one of the limbs. There's the torso, and there's the head. So depending on what's injured, you click on that part, and then apply the appropriate bandages. On the right hand side of the screen, you see an overview, and that overview tells you what is injured. So if it's a large avulsion or a medium velocity wound and stuff like that, it will tell you what it is and what status it's at, bandage, stitch, the whole lot. So to know which part of your body is injured, it will be a different colour. The darker red it is, the more injured you are in that part of the body, but it is just a sort of a light yellow or something might be just a bruise, and then a sort of red orange might be an injury, and that will tell you how it is. But the best way to know is just click on each part and look on the right hand side, and you'll see what is injured there. So a bullet wound, for example, will give you a velocity wound, usually a large velocity wound, sometimes medium velocity wound, and that will tell you sort of roughly how big it is and how much blood loss it is. Now, I don't want to go into huge amounts of details about what each one of the wounds is, but basically, avulsions and velocity wounds will give you the highest blood loss. So you need to deal with large avulsions, large velocity wounds, before you deal with small cuts and a graze or something like that. Otherwise, you'll be bleeding out long before you do anything. Happy with that so far?
Yep.
Any questions?
Yes. Can you do? I'm gathered. Can you do this on other people?
Yes, you can. So if you look at me, look in my chest,
Yeah.
you see the interactions bit. You look at interactions, and then you should be able to see interactions medical menu.
Yeah, just press H and it brings up Banjo.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go then. That's another way to do it. And you can, if you do bring up the H, you see on the right hand side of examine and treatment, it says toggle self or toggle other. Or it says toggle self. You can switch between the person you're looking at and yourself.
So, on the right, did you say?
On the left hand side, so where
On the left,
where
yeah.
and it's on the furthest right of those left options.
Got it.
And then on the top left, you should see your name change.
Right, yeah, great.
See that? Perfect. So that's how you. So yeah, there's Cat rightly corrected me. You can just press H, run up to someone, press H, and it will bring up their medical menu, and you can switch between the two.
So if someone's like unconscious on the floor and dying, you can actually go up and...
Yeah, exactly. And get in the habit of using the medical menu over the 3D sort of medical interactions. It's much easier to use in every situation. It does obviously obscure your view, so it's not ideal if you want to keep an eye out, but most of the time it'll be absolutely fine to use. So are we happy with interacting with your body within the medical menu and how to click on stuff and shit like that?
Yep.
Marvellous. So the first things first is that we'll just go over what you can do. So obviously bandaging, you've got various different types of bandages. Now as a rifleman, you should just have packing bandages. There's no reason to carry any other type of bandage. So a packing bandage is the best balance between bandaging every type of wound effectively and staying bandaged for as long as possible. So certain bandages like the quick clot will bandage wounds slower, so you'll need multiple bandages on a wound, but it will last a lot longer. And stuff like the elastic will nearly always require a single bandage, but will come off a lot easier. So that's why we use packing bandage. It's the best medium. It covers everything. It's the best for stuff like velocity wounds and various other things. The high bleeders. It doesn't work so well on cuts, but you know it is what it is.
So we say
Yeah,
so we shouldn't have anything other than packing bandages.
No, I think that's what we decided upon. No, you shouldn't have anything other than packing bandages.
That being said, though, packing tourniquets and some splints.
Oh, yeah,
Not the only thing. Just have packing, tourniquets, and splints. You don't need any other types of bandage.
Yeah.
So there are 4 types of bandage: elastic, basic, packing, and quick clot. There's 4 types of bandages. I carry elastic and packing. I sometimes carry quick clot, but that's as a medic. You guys only carry packing bandages. So that's the type of bandage you use. As for the other stuff, which it does bring up, we might as well go over that now. So in your inventory, you should have packing bandages 5 to 7. Now I carry 5 as a rifleman, but if you want to carry a few more, 7 is a good number. There's no point carrying more than that. You're just giving yourself unnecessary weight. If you need to use 7 bandages plus something's gone wrong, you need your medic. So other people should have bandages and medical equipment on them. So 5 to 7 packing bandages, 2 tourniquets, 2 morphines, and 2 splints.
Okay, so basic out the box when I join the server, just from what comes with what I normally get, I've got 2 packing, I've got 5 elastic, 5 basic, and 2 quick clot.
Okay, we need to sort out your medical kit then. So you don't.
I don't think I've got splints.
You don't think you've got splints? Alright, well, there you go, that's a good way to...
I think that might have been an old loadout.
Default, but you should have your basic INF safe kit. If not, you do that.
That is Amos's. I think Amos might be missing splints. So Aiden and Amos then, or anyone else who hasn't got that selection, do you want to run to the arsenal and change out your kit now so you've got the correct stuff in there?
When
you do, make sure you save this as your INF kit.
Gotcha.
Angie?
Yeah?
I know you're saying you have 2 tourniquets. I've come across people with both legs and both arms buggered.
See, my theory behind that, you can carry more, so yeah, Cat's absolutely right. If you want to carry more tourniquets, carry 4, but it's all the minor weight savings.
Yeah. Just a number of bandages would save the weight. The better one will definitely be 4 tourniquets. You get buggered in 4 limbs, and you've only got 2. You're still going to bleed out.
My theory behind that...
The other part is just don't get shot.
Yeah, my theory behind why 4 tourniquets is unnecessary, or at least mostly unnecessary, if you're shot in 4 limbs, you will bleed out long before you can... If you're shot heavily in 4 limbs, you'll bleed out long before you...
You've got time to put on those 4 tourniquets.
4 tourniquets. So having the 4 tourniquets and the extra weight, if you're that seriously injured, you need to be calling for people who will come over with their tourniquets to be able to help you. But yeah, absolutely right. The actual numbers of stuff is up to you. I wouldn't carry any more than 2 morphines, but 2 to 4 splints and 2 to 4 tourniquets. That is up to you, depending on how much you want to take. But obviously, there's a weight trade-off with that. You will have to carry the extra. It's minor, but it adds up. So, I personally only carry 2 of each. Cat only carries more. That's a discussion. I would say just carry the minimum of 2. The minimum is absolutely 2. Never carry less. Don't want 1 tourniquet on. 2 is the absolute minimum.
I'm just taking 1. It's for my neck.
Yeah, exactly. And end it all quickly.
You know, in the medical menu, that's what I had a look. I clicked on the head to see if you could tourniquet the head.
Marvellous.
So you said no quick clot either, didn't you?
No quick clot, no. I'll go over very quickly. I carry in my medical kit, I carry elastic, mostly, and then packing bandages. Quick clots will almost always, in all of the wounds where it matters, require 2 bandages to seal them up. So if you're in a desperate situation, you need to get a wound sealed, quick clot's not it for you.
Gotcha.
Now, elastic is much better in most situations than every other type of bandage, and we'll nearly always use one. But after about, I think it was 5 minutes we found in testing, wasn't it, Cat, or something on those lines?
Something like that.
Yeah, it will come off. And
so I've just got 5 elastic bandages. I need something else to that.
Switch that to packing bandages, Amos.
Yeah, how many of them do I want?
5 to 7. Yeah, go with 5. And get rid of the elastics. You don't need them. So, for example,
listen, we had a discussion the last time. We said for all riflemen to have 7 packing bandages, 2 morphine, 2 tourniquets. Fair enough if you want to go to 4, but this is the things we said for everyone to do it. So now are we changing it now?
It's not. See, yeah, it was just 5 was a weight thing because I found that you couldn't fit enough in the uniform when you did everything. When you crammed the uniform with night and day gear, you needed to reduce the amount of bandages, and so as a medic, I would carry a few more. 5 is the minimum number of bandages, of packing bandages, I'd say, because there's very few times where you wouldn't necessarily need to use more without being able to get someone else to help. This is all boils down to, and this is a situation that Dog and Cable are especially guilty of, is they carry enough medical gear for themselves and some, because they rely upon themselves to have everything on them. But you really shouldn't do that. You don't need to, as we are a squad. Unless every single person in the group is all been malleted simultaneously, chances are there'll be a couple of members who are fine who can help you and give you medical supplies. Chances are the medic will be able to run over and give you help. But that's why it all seems rather bare bones. But you don't need more. You shouldn't be carrying fuckloads because it just fills your inventory with stuff you don't need.
So I can bring up. I can't bring up my backpack. I can bring up my vest.
You don't have a backpack on right now. That's why.
Okay, that explains that.
It'll be in your uniform, Amos.
My uniform, right?
Yeah.
If you're not carrying the gear, do you really need to carry a backpack?
No.
If it's empty, no, you don't need it.
The backpacks in 3CB are really fucking heavy as well. So if you're not carrying anything in your backpack, you can drop it.
Oh, okay.
And if
Oh.
Although Amos will need to start because he's my AOD, and that would be quite handy. He will need one.
Yeah, well, we need to go over a kit for Amos for AOD.
That's something we will need to go over, Amos, because you need a basic kit for explosives.
Do you? Because I've got a medic's one. I could do getting rid of that really.
A lot of the stuff I gave you at the start when you first joined Amos, that doesn't work anymore because the medical system changed. Bit of a pain. As in, you'll still have stuff in there, but it won't be the correct stuff.
Right.
No,
But
this is what we're discussing tonight. So if you get your medical things tonight, you must remember what you're using and what your numbers and what kit we have, and then save it. And then we'll do another night, maybe an offer training night where we can set up an AOD loadout for you.
So just for the final clarification of the sort of basic rifleman medical stuff, 5 to 7 packing bandages, 2 to 4 tourniquets, 2 to 4 splints, 2 morphine auto-injectors. And it's quite important, there's no point at all carrying more than 2 morphine auto-injectors. If throughout a mission, you need to use 2 morphine auto-injectors without seeing a medic, you'll kill yourself. Call them. And we'll be in a situation where we'll be lugging around an unconscious individual because they've overstimmed on morphine when it's completely unnecessary. Most small wounds will automatically clear the pain. That will go after 5 minutes. Most big wounds need 1, and that's it. And then you can just sit with it. So of all the things you can fiddle around with the amounts you have of every other piece, just do not go above 2 morphines. It's completely pointless. Me and Cat, I carry 8 in my kit. I don't know how many Cat carries in his, but you can get more out of our kit if you need to. Yeah, so it's the
whole point of it was so it makes sure that you medics had something to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's your role. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So
With the new medical system is brilliant for giving medic stuff to do. The stitching and the stuff like that is so good for keeping me and Cat active. I love
Wait
it.
a minute.
But fundamentally, it's all about me and Cat carry extra. We don't just carry enough to be medics. We carry extra stuff to help you guys. So if you run out of bandages, we have bandages for you. Or at least I do. I don't know what Cat's get to be honest.
really, the two of you need to get together, and you should be carrying exactly the same.
Well, it does depend
numbers
on
are just slightly different because
Yeah,
I prefer round numbers rather than the odd 8, 7, this, that, and the other. I do
plus,
10, 5, 10, 5, 15, 20.
And plus, Alpha and Bravo tend to have different needs. When it comes to who gets hit and where it happens.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You've got Banji runs down with a couple of bandages and a 9mm, so you can just put people out of the misery as it goes.
Put the packing bandage in their mouth so they can't scream. 9mm inside their head, and that sorts it out. Put it proper. Right, how you doing there, Amos?
Oh, shit.
Sounds like a fucking Bravo way of doing things.
Yeah.
The only thing that differs with mine and bandages is the fluids, which you guys don't need to worry about.
Yeah. So we carry a varying different supplies of fluids, but overall, mostly some of the stuff. Are you carrying adenosine now or not?
Yeah, I have been when after Corman's little episode.
Yeah. It says counters the effects of epinephrine, but it does seem to do a relatively good job against morphine as well. But anyway, right, Amos, what seems to be the bother?
It's just getting it to save with me.
Don't worry about that just now. Let's just crack on with things, and we can save that. We can save that later on, or we can hop on and save it another time. So just to go over that now, then. So everyone should have at least 5 to 7 packing, 2 to 4 tourniquet, 2 to 4 splints, and 2 morphine. Sorry. You don't need stuff like epinephrine. It's completely unnecessary. Okay, right, perfect. So we've all got the correct stuff on us. So now if we open up the medical menu again, we can see all the wounds. We can see all the limbs and stuff. So we're now moving on to the big issue, tourniquets. So when you get hit, you'll get hit on varying different parts of your body. So that could be the legs, the arms, the torso, the head, and stuff like that. Now, as a general rule, hits to the torso and head will bleed faster than hits to the limbs. But for rifleman purposes, you need to look at limbs in order of how quickly you can treat them, because sometimes that's all the time you'll have. So let's say I've been hit in both of my legs. I've got medium velocity wounds in both of my legs, and I've got a medium avulsion to my torso after an explosion or something like that. So that's just 2 wounds to the limbs, 1 wound to the chest. The way I will treat that as a rifleman is I will tourniquet both of my limbs immediately. As soon as I see I've got wounds to my limbs, I tourniquet those. You put 2 tourniquets on, try 1 tourniquet, get it on as quickly as possible. Don't worry about anything else currently. Call for your medic over your radio. Just make sure you're getting tourniquets on while this is happening. Like, Cat medic, tourniquets on. That's the first thing. That's the first thing you need to do. Now, in a worst case scenario, you've bled out fuckloads, and Cat turns up, or I turn up, and you're unconscious on the floor, but your legs are tourniqueted. So there's 2 bits of bleeding that me and Cat don't need to worry about anymore, and we can deal with all other wounds. But let's say you are still conscious, you've tourniqueted your limbs, you now move on to your chest. So your limbs are now safe, and what tourniquets do is they stop all bleeding in a limb indefinitely. You can keep a tourniquet on for the rest of the game, and you will never bleed out for your limb anymore. Now there'll be other side effects. You'll get in pain. You'll limp and various other things, but functionally you won't die anymore if you tourniquet your limbs. Now, as soon as your limbs are tourniqueted, you move on to the chest and head straight away. So don't worry about bandaging the legs. Move straight on to chest and head. And in that case, you bandage what you have. Poke packing bandages on the wounds. Prioritise where it says large, and then move down to medium, and so on and so forth. So if I have a small cut to my head and a large avulsion to my chest, do the chest first. But fundamentally, it just boils down to tourniquet the limbs that are wounded, then tourniquet the bits that cannot be. Then bandage the bits that cannot be tourniqueted. Now, once the bits that haven't been tourniqueted are sorted, you then can worry about doing your legs. So I would then move on to your legs, you bandage them up, get them sorted. Now, as soon as everything is bandaged and everything is blue, so as soon as something is fully bandaged, it becomes blue on the little symbol in the middle of your screen, the person. You then take off your tourniquet, so you remove tourniquet. So that way, you are now bandaged, you are no longer bleeding, and you've taken your tourniquets off. After that, you can then worry about other things. So I would then, once your tourniquet's off, you can then apply a splint, which will then, which for when you've got a fracture, which is literally just a big red broken bone down the middle of the limb. Get your splint on. That will seal off that, and then as soon as that's sorted, you are then as fine as you can be, pretty much. You might need to give yourself pain relief, but if I were you, I would try to get a medic on you, because you'll need your wound stitched, and they'll need to check your blood levels and all that stuff to make sure you're not going to pass out if they give you morphine. Because that is one of the big things with morphine in this medical update. If you are severely injured and you've patched yourself up, you're barely conscious, and then you give yourself morphine, you could have just killed yourself. Because morphine reduces your blood pressure and heart rate significantly upon application. So you don't want to be in a situation where your screen's slightly blurred and just instantly end yourself just because you're a little bit confused about what needed to happen. So go through the procedures nice and succinctly. I'm hit. I call for a medic immediately, or more specifically, you let people know you're hit, so so people know you're injured. You then tourniquet wounded limbs, bandage wounded parts of torso and body, bandage your limbs, remove tourniquets, apply splints. That way you're not going to be in any undue pain, you can get any medication through any part of your body that's needed, and you're going to have everything sorted. And as soon as that's all done, you are as alive as you can be in that situation. You need a medic on you to do anything else, which will be stitching wounds, giving fluids, applying medicines, giving you a personal aid kit and shit like that. Does that all make sense?
Yep.
Marvelous. So we're all good. We're all good with the procedure. So what I think we want to do quickly is we could try and do some demonstrations. Now this is obviously tricky. So Mike, are you able to? Are you still making the mission?
I gotta shoot one of you.
Yeah, well that's the thing. But that's what we will be doing. We'll be shooting people, but I need to make sure that someone can instantly heal everyone up. Oh, actually, Mike, can you log out of admin?
Back 2 secs.
Can you hear us? Mike? Oh, can't hear us. Yeah, I'm gonna send him a message.
There he is.
He's back. Mike?
Yep.
Could you log out of admin, please?
Sure. Done.
Marvelous. Thank you.
Hold on, Benji.
Yeah.
You check if you're typing. You've just saluted there.
Vehicle channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I spammed the buttons, did everything. Okay,
Okay.
so now I can, thanks to the magic of the new A settings, I can create Zeus. So what we're going to do is I think we can just do it behind the walls over here. We're just going to, the people who need it, we're going to go out there, we're going to put frag grenades, because that's the best way to simulate a lot of wounds at the same time. You're going to stand a certain distance away from them, and then these people are going, then the people who need the help are going to quickly run over and try and deal with either their wounds
Buddy joined your
or
channel.
a person's wounds who's down. So we'll see how it goes.
Flagged me the fuck out.
Yeah, it was me creating Zeus. So, we'll start it with just... Right, we'll use Reese as a guinea pig. Hang on, it's loading me in. Right, so if everyone can come up to the top over here, by the flags. Over by me. Up. So, if we'll have Reese, if you can just run out and get yourself around the wall, so people can be safe.
Round the wall.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Not too far away. Just don't put the frag down. Right, now what Reese is going to do is going to put a frag down, and then he's going to take the usually, and we're going to...
Can you switch to yelling? I can barely hear.
Right, Reese?
Yep.
Frag yourself. Safely.
Roger. Frag out.
So as soon as you we're going to run now.
Ow!
Right, don't do anything yet, Reese.
Yep.
But mostly the people who need it, so Amos, Aiden, and that stuff, run up to him and check and see what's wrong. See what's wrong with him. What's he got?
He's bleeding.
Okay.
Blood from his left leg.
Left leg.
Left leg, yeah.
Nothing
Aiden,
on
you
his
see that?
body part.
No.
Don't see that. So you're in the medical menu and you're on. You see Reese Williams 999 top left.
No, I'm pressing the toggle. Nothing's happening.
You'll crouch down and do it.
Is it worth me standing up?
Yeah, 8 key.
His right leg's bleeding.
Yeah. So we're going to make sure Aiden can see that. Right, you with us, Aiden?
Yeah, it's still not working.
So you're pressing H. You're looking at it and pressing H for hotel.
To bring up your medical menu that we've just had up.
Yep.
And you can see, does it say Reese Williams 999 in the top corner, or does it say Aiden?
No, it says Aiden, and then I hit toggle self,
Yeah.
and it still says me.
Right.
I'll stand up.
Go
I'll...
through the interaction menu for you, then you haven't ticked the box for it.
It's saying here for me that everything I click on is bleeding and lost blood.
Yes. So so it says it's a weird layout. You've got a good point there, Amos. It tells you what body part you're on, and then it says bleeding and lost blood, and that's just for the body. He is bleeding
You're
and he's
in
lost some
Aiden,
blood.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
His
but
right
what it's
leg
done,
is a
you see,
different
it's
colour,
done an
it's like a yellow
overview,
colour.
so that's an overview of its whole body, you see.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's given everything in the list.
Right,
but
okay.
but the specific wounds, you need to click on the correct limb, and you can see that his right leg is currently a yellow colour.
Yep.
Now what that means is he's wounded in a minor manner, and if you click on that, what does it tell you? What's he got?
In pain 2 times minor avulsions.
We all see that? So what
Yep.
are you going to do in this situation then? This is you. What are you doing to yourself?
Tourniquet straight away.
Yeah, talking tourniquet, back in bandage.
Okay, Reese, we'll do that.
Roger. Applying tourniquet. Tourniquet applied.
It says lost some blood, but now it says tourniquet cat, which just means combat application tourniquet, nothing fancy.
Yep.
And then it doesn't say bleeding anymore, just lost some blood.
Yes.
Immediate. No, there you go. No, sorry. No. Yeah, there you go. So he's in mild pain, 2 minor avulsions. What's he going to do now?
Tourniquet, packing bandage, maybe.
Is it packing bandage? Is that what we're going with?
I thought so after his tourniquet.
Aiden, you happy with that?
I'm happy to do that, but I thought we're calling for help as well once you've immediately done that, no?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Reese?
I would do that. However, I've not actually got any packing badges on me.
Pack bandage.
Yeah, or if you could give him packing bandages. So, assume that Reese is going through the animation now of packing bandaging himself, because he's, when I told people to get the correct stuff in their medical gear, he did it.
How many do you want?
It should be, there you go, he's done. There you go. So, now do we see where it says, it's now, the leg is now blue.
Yep.
You now see, underneath where it says, you say tourniquet cat, and then a little square bracket B, 2 minor avulsions in a sort of pinkish colour.
Yep.
Marvellous. So we see all those. That now means that leg is now stable, but it's not completely done. So Reese, what are you going to do as well? What's Reese going to do now?
Take tourniquet off because it's blue.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Marvellous. Reese? Now, do you see in the bottom left where it says activity log? It says Reese Williams applied tourniquet, Reese Corman has bandaged patient, Reese Williams has bandaged patient, and then that's it. So you can see what's happened to him. It's not necessarily too important, but that's just an important. That's the thing. So now Reese is as good as he can be. Now me and Kat, as medic, can come up. And I'm going to do it now. I'm going to give him a surgical kit, so you'll be able to see the difference of what this looks like when it's bandaged and stitched. So I'm stitching his wounds now. Right, and do you see where it says S next to 2 minor avulsions?
Yep.
Right, now what you're seeing now is that this wound can no longer reopen. when it was B before, it could reopen. So if you don't get it stitched by a medic, that will reopen and you need to rebandage it. And the only way you'll tell that is blood on your screen, and your character might get a little bit more blood on their face, or that they might wince and stuff like that. That's the only way you'll know. But now Reese is secure. He's lost some blood. We can give him some fluids, and he'll be back up to normal.
So I'm guessing that S in bracket stands for stitch.
Perfect.
Exactly. Stitched up. So what we're going to do now, we'll just do a couple more times. We'll get Aiden, Amos, well, we'll get everybody really. You just stand yourselves around here, and there'll be a lot of explosions, but we'll stand yourselves all along the wall really, and then we'll throw out one grenade in front, and then
It'll be a good idea, Reese, for you to go get some medical equipment.
Yes.
Like the ones we just been discussing.
John, I looked at that and I was like, yeah, I've got it all perfect. And it says, wait a second, that is not what I thought it said.
No.
This
Mike
literally has nothing in
no,
his kit apart from this gun.
Mike's been given it access because he's been in Zeus the entire time.
Why is he also? I've just realised he's got a long range
What does this
radio on.
feel like?
Yeah,
punishment?
he's just the Zeus, which is a JTAC kit, just so you can tell who he is immediately. Right, yeah, it is punishment. Well, technically you are going to be blown up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a grenade right in front of you guys, and then we're going to see what happens to your wounds, and you're going to try and deal with them. Happy?
I haven't done anything wrong. I'd just like to point that out.
Yeah, it's time on day.
How does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh shit!
Dave.
Ow!
Dave,
Right.
are you with us?
Yes.
Why
yes.
don't you disappear?
I'm not. I'm here. I've just been talking to you.
I never heard you.
So guys,
I
deal
said
with
yes
yourself.
the
Deal with
first
yourself.
time
What's
you
gone
asked.
wrong? Work through the problems.
No, never heard you.
I'm bleeding, lost some blood.
You were just
falls on
standing
the
still.
torso.
Over the torso, right? So you don't need to tourniquet anything. Just start bandaging that torso up. Get it on.
Yeah, doing it.
I'm bleeding out of three limbs. And
Jesus, Corbin.
So that's a really good idea. How many tourniquets do you have, Corbin?
2.
2. Perfect. So this is a situation where you do your two of them, and then immediately start bandaging. Torso. Leave the other limb. That's a lovely nuanced situation there.
Did you put more than one packing bandage on?
You don't. You shouldn't be bothering with the packing bandages. What's wrong with your limbs?
My limbs, I thought I had to bandage my torso first.
No.
No.
Stop the bleeding from your limbs.
Okay.
Your limbs.
Yeah, sorry.
Your injuries are going to be your own. So if we say something, maybe one person.
Right, Aiden, how you doing?
I'm in severe pain and I've got a B 1 times large velocity wound. I've used a packing bandage, won't let me use anymore.
No, perfect. You're all good. You're in pain. Now, what does it say? Lost some blood.
Lost a lot of blood actually.
Lost a lot of blood. Okay, good. So if you see lost some blood and you're in severe pain, you can theoretically give yourself a morphine. That probably wouldn't be a too big deal.
Your arm and leg.
But lost a lot of blood,
Your torso.
you're now in a situation where you need to wait for a minute.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to stitch you. So now you'll be stitched and you should be now safe. But don't worry, we'll sort the blood loss in a minute.
Yeah, stitched.
Right, Corbin, how you doing?
I'm sorry.
There you go. So now
You're
that
sorted?
that's
Right, let me give you a
finished,
stitch.
you can now.
Which one's been stopped?
Cracking. Ah, yes, some lovely
Bandaged.
minors and stuff.
You know, so all your
Jesus,
injuries
you really did get whacked, Corbin.
Yeah.
work on.
So-
The grenade
work
landed
on,
right there.
Yeah.
Your next worst damaged limb.
Okay, I can take
Yep.
Aiden prisoner.
Work on those.
I think
At a
I
certain
need to
distance.
get bandages on those now, don't I?
Yep, that's it.
If I stand far away enough, I can take you prisoner.
Oh,
It's really weird.
could you use cable ties as tourniquets?
Yeah, well, I mean, theoretically, yes. Really.
We
So,
stand still.
Aiden, you're good. Marvellous.
So I'm stitched and it's
Yeah, stitched.
yeah. It won't let me click on the medication menu. Is that to give myself morphine, isn't it?
Now, here's an interesting point. Your wound is to the
Kick on your
chest.
leg.
You cannot apply. That's a very interesting thing I'll add there that was just brought up. I forgot. Medication will only come through the limbs. You cannot do it through chest or head.
Do what?
I think I need some proper stitching,
I
please.
don't know if I need stitching, but I had.
Yeah, you can do stitch.
I've reopened.
You reopen. Oh god, you're gushing. And there's another nuanced point. If you are to give yourself morphine, make sure you do it to a limb that is not tourniqueted. If you haven't
Holy shit, it's just opening
You're
up.
now safe. So they're not
Continually opening up.
called and told. So I've arrived. You've been managed to get yourself stable.
Are you using elastics, Mike? Elastics ones open up really quickly. They reopen really quickly.
If I have, it's because I run
Yeah.
out of the other ones.
Yeah.
It's 50.
Right, I'm going to heal everyone up to full, and we'll try that again just to make sure everyone gets a second go of it, and then we'll go on to Zeus mission.
There you go.
Right, everyone should be fully healed now.
There you go.
Oh, magic.
Right, let's quickly go back, get your medical supplies back. Some of you would have used a lot of them.
Oh.
We'll do one more.
I
Set of
see.
this, and then we'll go on the mission.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I just had an image, Banshee, of you throwing that grenade and one of them going unconscious.
You say that, Cat. I was trying to figure out how to drop the grenade, and I fucking pulled the pin by accident.
Banjo.
So it was just in my hand, and that's why I went, oh shit! So it was just in my fucking hand, so I started oinking away as quickly as possible. But I already had it on the lob, not the actual throw.
Banjo, I'm not sure you can see this.
Yeah.
Hold on. Allah Akbar!
No, what was this?
Oh my god, frame drop.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lag. Oh fuck! That's good. Put it. Medical menu. He's shagged. Cat, help! Let's save him. Doing his legs. Full game.
Sorting his on them.
Pile on!
Back in his torso.
Yeah, back in.
Right, sorting his tourniquet leg.
Buddy
Okay,
left your
tourniquet,
channel.
so tourniquet in his second leg. Third leg.
His, tourniquet arm.
Yeah, Roger. Back in. Right, putting 1,000 mils in him.
Anybody bandaging? Like,
Done.
Alright, you can stitch Cat.
Stitching.
I fucking heard that. Right, tourniquet's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it turned out my marksman kit is actually so old, it's still using,
Stitch.
it's still using elastics. So I'm glad that's fixed, that's now running,
Marvellous. I'm gonna put epinephrine in just to improve his chances of waking up.
And you also need to bandage yourself, Banshee.
Oh yes. In fact, I can cheat myself.
His blood pressure's okay. I'll check
like
his heart. I'll check his heart rate when he's on the floor. And
can you not check it when I'm walking around?
No, definitely not.
no.
Oh.
Put him down! Put him down!
Oh, I wanted to put one somewhere inaccessible.
No. We want to try and see if we can wake him up quickly. We just did like a mad rush to get him.
That's hang on. What's his pulse at?
High.
130. Yeah, it's too high for epi. So hang on.
I've already given him epi.
Oh right.
Yeah. So I gave him epi to increase the chance of waking up.
Well, look at that's okay because he's not in pain. So yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, pick him up and take him back over to the demonstration area, and and then we'll leave him on the floor.
Yeah.
He'll wake
Tell him
up
that.
eventually.
like, we could just shoot him in the back of the head.
I want to shoot him in the back of the head.
And my thing also uses elastic bandages, it's so old.
I don't know how, but I've now acquired both of these. Do 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 do. Ding.
Never learned it from.
User left your channel.
Huh?
He's got a medic kit on, so he'll have a lot more than that. But yeah,
he's got a medic kit on.
Yeah.
I thought rigor mortis set in there.
Oh man, beef stew. Fuck it.
Yeah, you can use those actually. We can enable that at some point. Right, has everyone got their shit back?
Yeah, man.
Oh, what did they do?
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
You can take rations, so you can dehydrate and starve as time goes on.
Sorted.
So you can do like long range patrols and shit. Right,
How long would that take?
You can change it. You can make it to like 5 minutes, or like an hour or so. Right, Reese. Reese. So let's go back outside. We'll do one more grenade test, and then we'll crack on with the Zeus.
Do we have to save Reese first?
He's saved. He's as safe. He's as safe as he can be.
I mean, he's even safe from himself.
He looks like a bit of cardboard at the moment.
Cool.
White Fox is having there's problems now. Amos is slow.
Very weird.
Oh.
Excellent. Right, so we can take Reese back out. We can take Reese back out.
Does White Fox know about the factions?
Let me go. Let me go.
Put him up there, Benji. I'll get the C4.
Alright, well, we'll have to wait on Amos and White Fox getting back in.
I like. Can we drop him off these annoyingly gappy holes?
I think I'm just going to leave
Buddy
him there.
left your channel.
Yeah, so am I. No, we're leaving him there.
Okay.
Is this some ISIS training camp?
That we're going to toss him off the edge.
You're going to kick him off the top.
Oh mate, you're gonna toss me off. Thanks, man.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So let's see if he dies. Yeah, go on.
I survived, you fuckers.
Buddy joined your channel.
I like perfectly landed on the other edge of this.
Oh my god, he's so fucked. I'm not. No, don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
No, heal him with that one. Fucking hell.
I'm going grey.
Five injuries in one limb.
Ah! I'm still alive.
Why do I have
I'm still alive.
sticking out at the end?
Right. What we're going to do when Amos comes back in, instead of doing another grenade test, we'll just do the Zeus, so we don't waste more time.
I'll need to sit him down, get the kit built up.
Yeah.
I took so much punishment there.
Yeah, I know, that was mad. Well, you were going to bleed out very quickly.
Oh yeah. I honestly, when you're like looking down, so whoever it was that shot me, they were looking down at me, and I'm just like looking back up in black and white, like hello.
Reese, did you notice I placed that thing into the
No, I couldn't see behind me. Oh, I'm like my character's like at this sort of angle, so I'm looking around like what is happening? And next thing I know, I like blow up and spin round and then land in that direction.
You should have seen it from our point of view.
That's Amos
Straight
back.
up and you went pretty high too.
Okay, we're playing another topical one. Near Telos, the military base out there have been protests against the local police force.
Kill them all.
Yeah, it's now decided we're killing the police, so let's go fuck the police.
Whoop whoop.
I mean, that's quite literally all we are, fucking the police.
Okay.
The
Can we
Chinner is
take whatever
police,
gun
but
we
the
want?
Just crack on. Go on with these shit.
Just go with what you got.
I put an M14.
You missed the M14 session, Coleman. We did a whole one with your M14 lads.
Mm.
Okay.
Get back over here.
So me and Cat will stay medics. Reese, Hawk, you just want to take this one?
Sure.
There will be protesters. Try not to shoot them.
They say tell us, yeah?
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's the massive freaking military base right by
Yeah,
the
okay.
Right, can
Cool.
we split Aiden and Amos, so one's with Alpha, one's with Bravo? Is that all the numbers? The numbers not support that. Got Cat, Hawk, Aiden, Amos, Reese, Mike, myself, Corman. We could swap Mike and Mike and. Do you want? Would you prefer Amos and your lot, Hawk, or Aiden?
And what's the reason for this?
Just so me and Kat as medics have one each in our groups, so that we can help if needed.
Alright. Neither one of them can go then.
Yeah. So, right, Aiden, do you want to come over?
Yep.
Okay. Amos, you can stay with Alpha, so you don't. It's not too much. We've worked with Aiden before.
Gorman, don't start getting silly rifles, mate. Nah.
Just load up your kit.
We haven't got another cable here, have we? Look, get the rifle for the kids. It's a training night.
You know full well if you took that, the first thing that would happen, you just get lightning.
Oh, what? There's a T140 Armata that was aiming just at Coleman. Pff, wow. Imagine that.
That's a shame. It's gone immediately. It's driven off.
Just rolls up and just like flattens Coleman.
14, priority target 1.
So the way I was
Right. Thinking teleport to the airfield, and then grab a vehicle.
Yeah, you and Hawk are leading. I was just saying for team wise, just so we split Amos and Aiden around.
That's fine.
So Hawk, Mike, Meerkat, Amos, Reese, myself, Aiden.
Come. Right. Right. Question. Mike, are we expecting light armor or vehicles?
No.
No.
Light vehicles don't need AT.
Roger.
It's not the US police then.
No, it's not the US.
Alright, Coleman, can I at least get one of those high explosive launchers? Especially Thermoback.
An M14 high explosive launcher.
It fires the M14 at them, just.
I tell you what, barrel-fired grenade launchers would be fucking awesome.
Rifle grenades, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we don't need. We're not bringing an LMG.
Button stick on your number.
It'd be even better, Reese, is if you didn't load a blank round in the thing.
Yeah,
that
Martin,
exploded.
there's a box. Just
We've littered the landscape with Arsenal boxes for this very reason, so we can be anywhere. There's always one next to you.
I think you just need like one as a dog.
Oh shit! I need to
Just on
change
the
that.
back of
This
the
guy
dog.
radio sorted.
Right, right. Can I get Bravo team? I'll have you on channel 2. So Aiden, if you just press the 2 button on your numpad, it'll switch you to channel 2. Sean, I'll just talk to you on 66.
radio check.
Yeah, loud and clear, lovely.
Fantastic.
I've already got mine set on 66.
Ah, lovely. Okay, 2 sends in.
You haven't.
I didn't know it was actually set to change radio.
Yeah, well, we configured it. So the channels go through 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 66. And that's 1 through 6 on your numpad.
Fantastic. I like that.
Yeah, it does make it very easy.
Yeah.
You do need to set up your additionals and stuff like that, which is still not ideal, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we want
Check on 200.
You're happy with it. You don't need to change it.
No.
Bravo 7.
Loud and clear, Bravo 7.
Reese, I'm heavy.
I was gonna say, bring one of the get one of the HP I-laws or the or dual purpose yeah, 84 dual purpose DP. That'll do. HP. That'll work as well. All right.
Well, I mean, HP is okay.
Check on 626.
Aiden and Mike have switched.
You already have the radio.
Oh, Mike's on my side.
It sounded disappointing
Just-
right there.
Ah, Mike.
Show him the number.
So will I be Bravo 4 though then?
Nope.
You're still Alpha 4, but you're in Bravo. Yeah.
No, sure, don't
Ah,
get me
okay.
Just
Your-
sign up.
your
just
number
put,
never changes.
Join on my group.
Cool.
But saying that, we actually have a Bravo 4 slot open, so you could be Bravo 4.
You can stay permanently. We don't mind.
Come to the dark side.
Actually, you can be Bravo 2 if you want. We don't need him. Whoa.
On the next medical training course, how many bullets? How many people can this bullet go through? Right, lovely. Thank you, Coleman. All right, Sean. We'll teleport through to the airfield, grab a vehicle, and we'll head over to Telos, or the military section.
White Foss is having issues, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Considering he's the BT expert.
There's a lot of issues.
Yeah.
He needs to
You've got
change
a lot
his
of
service
issues.
provider.
All right. All right, gents. Can I get you by the flag over there, and we'll teleport through to the airfield. No. Did you remember to when you switch weapons? Do you remember to like stock back up on ammunition for that?
Yeah.
Go.
Loaded my kit. So I should be a dedicated breacher, I think.
But it's not that. It's not like.
Quite like the idea. I was just thinking about shotguns myself actually.
I used to carry a shotgun in my backpack.
That one, and then the other one with my
You've got Sean here has actually got a fucking shotgun on the back of his backpack.
I used to use that bag
It's
and
okay.
actually carry that
It's
gun in my
perfect.
backpack.
Masters of disgust.
So, where are we going to? Sorry.
To the airfield.
Oh, yeah.
To the airfield. Be careful with that.
We've got places to be.
Hmm?
Just quad in. There's less than 8 of us.
I'm driving.
With White Force joining, that's 9.
I'll put down another quad.
Oh, okay. In fact, I'll just jump on the back of you one. I'm on badges on Coleman. Aiden, can I get you on the back of
Buddy joined
Coleman's
your
vehicle?
channel.
No, Aiden's with us.
Oh, Amos is on our channel. Amos.
My experience with Armour 3 quad bikes has been quite a good one.
Yeah, that was all okay.
I'm glad I'm working with a professional.
I really want to travel on that Banji. I really like those vehicles. I really. In fact, we
Buddy
could
left
have
your
Bravo and
channel.
like quads. Get Alpha and hoofing it and that thing.
Man truck.
Sean, you want to take the large truck and we'll like lead the convoy in these little vehicles. Right, give them some space, Banji. Would you?
We only speak from the point.
Yeah, copy that.
Hell's Angels.
Alright, gentlemen. Let's load up into the truck.
Right, can I get the quad Bravo team? Can I get them? Bravo team, can I get you head towards the exit of the compound?
I was say, Mike, if we move, you're dead.
Don't go through us.
Whoa!
Where did he go?
It's there! Oh, he's dead!
Where'd he go?
Left!
Who was dead?
He's dead. I can't believe I just watched that happen. He just flew across the front of your quad bike and just smashed into the wall and died.
Right, Bravo team to the front of the front exit of the compound.
Amos is dead, by the way.
Wow.
Like, he just flew, so he needs to come back.
Right, hold here.
Right, we're going to tell us. Okay.
Right, Banj, can I get you to? I'll mark it on the map for you.
Yeah, hang on, let me just get my map.
Alright, Bravo lead.
Yeah, perfect.
We're ready to move
Let's
out.
go.
Roger that, Sean. I'm just denoting a quick section on the map. Wait one.
Where's the road out, though?
Fucking Ireland,
Oh, outright. Okay, yeah. Am I on the correct channel?
Possibly not.
It's not in any of my channels.
What, 2? 200? Or 66?
No, the drawings you put.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's in global. Hold on. Switch this. Switch the side.
But I'm cracking on.
Baba's moving. Baba's moving. Keep it not too fast, Banji.
Whoa!
Maintain your distance, gentlemen. Right, Banj, can I get a speed of 60? Alpha, Bravo, are you good to maintain 60, over?
Stand by.
We'll hold up at the fuel station,
Buddy
Banj,
joined your channel.
and have a wee scout.
Go again?
Well, we've got the next whole point is a fuel station. Keep going down this road. We'll have a fuel station, we'll hold them, we'll have a wee look-see look with our binoculars.
Refuel.
Yes, copy that. Maintaining 60.
Reese, I was probably like half a foot away from your rear bumper.
Sorry, Banj, say it again.
No, I packet Christmas.
I'll feed them to you. I can't actually look over my shoulder. There we go. Oh, there they are. You can basically fuck off from here, actually.
Is it coming up?
Expensive here. Oh, Torah?
Yeah. Can I have a drink of water, Reese? And a packet of crisps, please.
No, you can
I'll get fuel.
top up fuel.
I've got fuck all anything from this position. Alpha's brother.
Yeah, perfect. Refuel.
Alpha stand.
Yeah, I've got fuck all when it comes to viewing anything from this point. I'll get our guys remounted and we'll head off again. Over.
Is that White Foss's radio that sounds really fuzzy?
Yeah,
Possibly. I'll chuck down a flag, Sean.
Copy.
Think real hard, Reese.
It's like a tree. Ugh.
Wait, is it in Telos or the Telos military compound?
Tell us military compound.
Okay.
Also, that would be a really cool model for the flag. But just
Foss,
Hello.
come through with me. Just teleport to Valley Point.
But it even timed out with your
Roger.
signature.
We're Bible's on channel 2.
Yep, check.
Yep, let them clip. Alright, we'll get remounted up. Foss, because Bible's on quads, we've only got 4. Can we get you in the man vehicle with Alpha? In fact, Sean, do you want Foss, do you mind switching to channel 1 and just stick with Alpha?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bloody
You got an LMG, Sean.
I'll just shoot Coleman in the face for gobbing off.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
join my group. White Foss.
weird.
Gee,
It's,
what,
game.
£21?
Alright, both team, man up.
Yeah, it's about the same for London though, isn't it? It's not wild for us.
Okay.
It's just those guys.
Hayden, I've also found the handbrake.
Right, Reese, we good?
Wait, one. Alpha is Bravo.
Alpha send.
Next waypoint marked. We'll head east along the main route. Stop outside the church, and then we'll use the buildings for cover to approach the military compound. Over. Slow. Right, Bravo, slow. Wait until. We're good. Go. Bravo, pushing to 60.
The limiter is so laggy.
It does it. It limits your frame rate, and you're just like. Like the frame stutters are atrocious. Hello. Eyes on civilian vehicles on the west exit of the military compound. Sean, I've got eyes on a whole bunch of like civilian vehicles bunched up at the entrance on the west side of the military compound. Over.
Copy that.
Alright, we'll hold up here. Alright, park up Bravo and we'll dismount. Banj.
But I didn't bring explosives for the church. Why are we here?
Wow.
Because you're a homo.
You're meant to be on channel 1.
Yeah, I thought I'd eavesdrop on here just so I could give you abuse, you dick.
Move here, Reese.
Wow.
And today I'll do the party.
Wow. It's like the new sermon service. It's the quad service.
It's
I can't even get out now.
Oh, okay.
What? I was like, what? I thought we blew up the church.
It doesn't do it quickly, it just slowly goes, you've died, and you just go straight to heaven this
Don't do it, Reese. I'm very hurt.
Medic!
How much C4 are we going to see in the floor of this place?
I didn't bring any.
Oh my god. Come on, what did you bring?
Paranoid Coleman.
Can someone heal me?
Wait, did you crash these things into the
No,
church?
I just fell off.
No, they just drove in and like maneuvered past the. Right, Sean, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Right.
I want an app where we can kick people in the fucking head.
There you go.
Right, I'm thinking, are we like two-pronged thing? We can approach. We'll use like the buildings, rocks and buildings for cover. Get up kind of closer. I'm thinking we'll keep Bravo back maybe on the ridge line, so we can like look into it, and we can maybe sneak Alpha like along the ridge line, and they can enter in via that west side.
Okay.
We're killing the police.
I'm going for a wee.
Wait,
That's right.
this is quite convenient that Dog's not here, otherwise it'd be awkward.
Police officers.
I'll mark the route on the map for you, Sean. I'm thinking.
89th police officer killed since 1922.
Okay. Got that.
I take it
In
with Alpha
America,
for the move,
it's,
or am I Bravo?
Just stick with Alpha, Foss.
Since 4:22 this afternoon.
Actually, there was more unarmed black people killed by rioters than have
That's
been
very
killed
good to
by
go, yeah.
police in the last 10 years.
Yeah, you get to proceed. If we move up to that position there, actually, we'll move there. Make sure you're not going to get shot as you approach the compound.
Yep.
Go. Alright, Bravo team, we've got a construction building just off to the 180. Yep, that one over there. Bravo, we're going to secure that. Alpha's then going to move in and enter the compound. Banch, on you. Bravo, we're moving.
You're sexy when you're commanding.
Oh.
And why didn't you make us assault?
That's tempting.
We do have the. We don't have anything that's really support based. It doesn't really matter.
Just better at the whole assaulting thing.
Yeah, well.
Come on, Bravo 4, you're slowing us down here.
And you know what would have been awesome in this building? M14.
Right, word of warning, gents. Word of warning. We're like open towards the elements here. Right, Aiden, be careful.
see where I am, yeah?
You're on top.
Did you say eyes on police in there?
Yeah, can we kill?
He's alert, he's moving.
Can I start shooting?
Hold. Do not fire unless he fires.
They're getting away.
Right. Sean, we've got police that are possibly active already. Do you want to move Alpha off and try and get to the wall as quick as? He wants some smoke support or?
They're not shooting us because all they
no,
have is
because
pistol.
that will indicate that we're there. Just if they do start engaged, then yes, by all means.
Roger. Okay. I'll keep Barbara here. You guys want to push in and move along the to the west side?
The west side.
Right, on me, guys. We're moving.
Gorman, you got another police officer slightly to the left of that one you just saw walking away, centre of compound, over.
Right, where's Aiden?
Eyes on.
With Gorman.
Where's Corbin? Okay, that's fine.
I think we turn on my view distance.
Turn down your view distance.
Yeah, it's on like
Yeah.
4K out here, something like that. Oh, 1.5K. Fuck it. Oh, that's. Ooh!
What?
I almost.
I should shoot you fuckers for doing this to me.
Alright, Barbara, open up.
I almost fucking overwrote the search view distance.
Oh! Alpha, fucking duck! Fuck me. Sorry, man.
Two contacts down, bearing 210.
I love it. We're
Oh, lead us, Alpha
so
lead.
bad at killing when we throw grenades. It's always you go, ooh, or shit, or
Ah! Motherfucker, I just fell through the fucking floor.
please. I know this is medical training, but please.
Bravo, this is Alpha Lead. Do you copy?
Barbara, send.
We're moving on the west wall, heading to the west opening, over.
Let it get on with it a bit first, Reese, and then we can do the medical stuff. Jesus.
Roger that. We've got already knocked down a couple of the policemen just on the opposite, just on the other side of the wall from you. Over.
Copy that.
Send in the
Moment in
reinforcements,
time,
Mike.
we haven't engaged or been engaged by
If
any
we want to
threat,
get hit
over.
here, that is the point.
Shots
Shot
behind.
us?
Yeah, audible. Nothing.
Sean, we're taking contact from over here.
I've got one contact
Copy,
reference,
we
blown
just
in
have to keep
window.
pushing.
Windows.
We can't assist.
Can't see shit from where I am.
Corbin, you're in a super exposed position.
I've got one down.
You didn't radio anything, Reese. You were going to.
Oh, I think I'm. Yeah, Corbin, you're in a super exposed position.
What the fuck was that shrapnel?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's shrapnel grenades.
I think these are. What have I got in there? I've got they're the M433 HEDP rounds.
Oh, DPs. Yeah, that's what I give people normally.
Vehicle heard.
Direction?
Unknown.
Possible vehicle heard.
It's in real life, sorry.
Good job, Gorman.
Scratch last over.
Civilians
Protesters
bus
front
exiting
gate.
far side of compound, emptying into the compound, over.
Yeah, protester southeast gate.
Sean, we've got civilians on the west side entrance over.
Yeah, copy that. We've got multiple civilians here. We're starting to push in now on the west opening.
So I'll copy. Alpha's pushing on that west entrance.
Can we just deal with a few protesters?
I personally would have just climbed the wall right there.
I'm thinking that next actually.
Don't be stupid, Corbin. That'd be logical.
Bravo lead, be advised, Alpha team now is entering the
Yes, well, one
compound.
team's covering the wall. It's
Check
very easy
fire.
to cross when being done.
Roger that. That's Alpha is now like within view sight inside the compound now.
Yeah, I got eyes on them.
Reese, can I blow up all those police cars on our left?
Not quite yet. Wait until there's not friendlies all of it.
Are we?
Oh, there's no friendlies near.
What's the respawn?
Last count respawns way back at the other one.
Yeah, no, but what is the respawn rule?
If you're dead currently, I can put down a valid point back here.
I'm implying that you asked.
I'm like, would I ask Mike? What's his intention for the mission? Okay.
Yeah, well, it's Mike's. So I say it would just be coming when you die, but that's Mike's have it. Mike's got a different idea.
Sean, can you pass the message to Mike? Can you ask him what the response scenario for this is? Over.
Stand by.
In the most of the characters. Actually loading his rifle. Probably kill Mike from here, guys. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
I've been advised just to come back in. It's not classed as serious, over.
At this distance.
Take it over.
I can see Hawk. Yeah, I can see Hawk. I mean, I can. What have I got to do? Just knock him out?
Alpha's taking over.
I think he's done contact already.
What you wanting to resend, over?
The respawn from Mike, over. Respawn script, over.
Ah, okay. Did you not hear us before? No?
I didn't catch it. I was asking you to resend it over.
Alright, apparently just to respawn in, it's not various, over.
So I'll copy. I'll put down a valid point just near us, over.
Copy that.
It's gonna be a valid point behind this. Just come in if you die.
Yeah, right, okay, we're good.
Just one high-powered shot
east
coming
of the
from
compound.
southeast maybe.
Banj, say that again.
It was just a single guy. Someone said southeast.
Roger. You like both talked on the video at the same time. Sean, we're taking contacts on the southeast side of the compound.
Well, there's protest.
Got him. He's down at the barracks here on the left-hand side.
Copy that, we're pushing.
Killed one. Police car.
Protesters moving on east side.
Get my rocket ready.
Yeah, I heard.
Police got inbound from. Yeah, police got inbound from the fucking east.
The town we're in has police. The town we're in has police garrison.
I'm bandaging up. I fell off.
Roger.
You are in.
Lost some blood in mild pain. B, one small cut.
Roger, get yourself in the building.
Yeah, I'm on just below policemen.
Ow.
Lovely. Taking police contact in the town we're garrisoning over.
Yeah, I can see you. Get yourself inside the main structure of the building.
Copy
Get yourself
that.
on the stairs. It's the safest place.
I'm gonna push that
Yeah, I'm in the corner.
car, kill them all.
They're dead, Corbin. Stay there.
He-
Coleman, you left, Aiden.
He's fine.
He's fine, but he's not with you.
Aiden's fine.
Yeah, stick with them or move with them. Come on, find you. Hitting grenades. Okay. I'm thinking of pulling Bravo into the compound. Oh!
Someone just turn off that siren.
I'll go for it. Let's go for
Nudge. Yep. Moving with you.
We're going for it, Coleman.
Right, down the street, down the street.
Do you want to spend it? I didn't even see him.
You didn't?
Nope.
Is it off for you?
Hmm?
The siren, is it turned
Yeah, it's off. It's off. No, it's back on.
There we go. Now, oh well, it's up to you, obviously. But I'd say with there's enough enemies in this town to warrant us being here.
No, I was thinking of pulling us back in and then face back out.
Oh, using the towers? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're cool. Sorry, I'm not leading. Do what you think's best.
Alpha's Bravo. Like, as much as I like the high ground, they can get really close in before we spot them.
Another vehicle heard.
Roger.
East.
Say again, over.
I said, go ahead.
Roger, Sean, have you been able to clear out the north side of the compound, over?
Four vehicles.
We've currently just been engaged on the first dome that we've entered. We've just now secured that, and we're now going to keep pushing now to the north.
Okay, watch. Give us a shout when you've cleared the north side, because I'll probably want to bring Bravo inside the compound, over.
Copy that. Moving out.
Get down, technical. Good hit, Coleman.
Underneath the truck, they're still running. Was that just technical, or is there another one?
There's two of them. One is exploded, two's exploded.
Look towards the compound. Another vehicle hurt.
Sorry.
Checking.
Main gate, or southern gate.
Movement on southern gate. Movement southern gate.
Driver's dead.
Yeah, civilians are entering the compound, over.
You got civilians popping around all around the main compound, Sean.
Copy that. Alpha leads badly hit.
Roger. Alpha leads badly hit. He's getting patched up. Fucking hell.
Civilians.
Angie, do you have anything to do with that?
So yeah.
I said, did you have anything to do with that?
No, unfortunately not.
I want to get wild with my fucking magazine use rates. I've gone through most of my magazines. I've got 4 left.
Jesus.
Like a fucking idiot. Oh no, I don't. No, I've got more than that because I've still got my tracer mag. I've got 5 left. It's fine.
Whoa, whole fifth of the difference there. Whoa.
Well, technically it is because I thought it was 4 with my tracer mag, but it's 4 without my tracer mag. But I've only used half of my bullets instead of 60%.
Oh, there's a glitch, Banji.
There you go.
There's a glitch. Come here.
I've got plenty.
Back
I've
him.
got more.
No, watch. And oh, hold on. Elevate up.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Jesus, what the fuck? Oh, there's a guy over here.
Contact rear.
One dead.
Okay, Bravo, we're maintaining, we're now pushing to the north.
What?
So copy, taking contact this end on the fucking north side of it.
Riddled that guy in the chest and he just didn't drop.
Okay, we're moving slowly, so
There we go.
bear with.
Can you aim on top? Oh, Banj.
Some sort of engine contact, direct east.
Hey, this has not gone well. This has not gone well, Reed.
And it's definitely not in real life.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh. Okay, roger that.
This is where we get a few seconds later. It's a real life.
Do you think you and Aiden can move to that construction building to your sort of east side? There's the other one with more cover. Would that provide more, like a better sight line, or is that just another fucking building?
It's worse sightline. We have a perfect sightline into the compound from where we are. If we head to that one to our northeast, we'll be pretty blocked in.
Okay, watch. Thank you. Yeah, just stay there then. 507. What you got, Banch? Nothing?
Fuck all. People want to have my knife, we're packing them. So as few passes as possible.
There's not like a decent spot that we could like. We're pretty much the best spot to help cover both sides, but.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least this way gives us a wide open approach to the of the west, which you won't have anywhere else. So I think we're in a good spot right now. I don't think any particular reason why we would need to switch around. Because our compound and Corman's compound can mutually support each other. Building, sorry. They've got the better construction building.
Did he? I prefer this one because you've actually got.
No, they've got the walls.
We've got actual full length walls.
And no walls.
You want? Do we consolidate in the same building? Would you take the lower floor?
No, I don't think it's necessary.
No? Okay.
I mean,
Alpha
again,
lead, this is Alpha lead.
You take it.
Send. 1 minute.
Alright, we've secured the north side of the compound and now heading to the east side towards the white building over.
The like large warehouse one towards the east side over.
If
Roger that, thank you. Coleman, I can't quite see. On your south side, or sort of south to southeast side. Have you got any like the watchtowers on that side of the compound?
Negative.
Negative.
Oh, okay.
I've got a sight of one of the watchtowers. That's direct south.
Who's the other side of that compound?
Right, I'm thinking of rolling Bravo into the compound, and we can help secure Alpha's flank whilst they like move around clockwise through the compound.
We'll go in and clear the place.
Yeah, so they can focus on like a singular building. We'll keep them covered. Alpha's Bravo. Don't break formation yet.
This is Alpha send.
Alpha, I'm thinking of moving Bravo into the compound, and we'll keep like your flank secure whilst you move from building to building over.
Solid copy. We've got one squad just finishing off the dome, and I've got White Foss and myself moving into the warehouse. Over.
Solid copy. Alright, we'll stack up roughly where your dome squad is, and we'll like sort of cover and help cover the other bits of the compound whilst you move through it over.
Solid copy, Bravo lead.
Alright, Coleman, stay there. Me and Banjo regroup on you, and then we'll push into the compound just where that fucking dome squad is going in there.
Oh, I don't have nice equipment on me. I don't have nice equipment on me. I've got two versions of this kit, one day, one night.
Oh, alright.
Where's White Foss gone?
He's not with us. He's in Alpha.
Ah, right, okay.
Alright, right, Coleman, you've got... Fucking hell, you're right here. Coleman, you've got point... just head to like 180 towards a big building. Big fucking dome.
We won't get through there, we'll have to...
Can't we can EM up? We've stepped.
No, but it's a barbed wire.
Huh? There's holes all through it. It's the holiest shit possible.
Reese, why don't I get my promotion?
Never, Coleman, never.
I don't think I'm.
Bravo entering the compound.
Justly.
Isn't that big drop on the other side?
No, standing.
Aiden, you know if you left control and right click, you change sights, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Right. Right, Coleman, can I get you guys to head through the dome and just help cover, just cover the south side? Me and Banjo keep the west side covered.
West side. Side.
Yep, just pick a spot.
Get him, Reese.
No, we're not driving it. Oh, Banj. Get the fucking vehicle. To the west. Contact west. Contact west. Contact west. Shit, reloading.
Where do you have contact?
It was both west and southwest, but it looks like we've got taken them all down so far.
More west, over.
Roger, west. Taking contact on the west and southwest, over.
Solid copy. We're holding at the entrance on the east side. We've engaged a couple of targets coming from the west. Holding position. Over.
Banshee, don't fucking turn on that siren.
No, it's just moving it so we've got some mobile cover. But we're not clearing it, Coleman. We're just like trying to cover Alpha's sides. Say again.
Civvies, southwest.
Roger, civvies southwest. You got civilians southwest side.
I'll push to the centre of the circle, get cover there, so we get best overlook of the surrounding area.
Make sure to close the gate behind you so you don't let the cows up.
He actually did it.
You actually did it, Aiden. I'm taking the piss. Sorry.
Your Bravo, this is Alpha team starting to push towards your location, over.
Bravo, contact south. Contact south. Taking contact south, over.
Copy that, we're moving towards the south dome.
High-powered rifle, west.
High-powered rifle from the west. You got Alpha clearing the southern one now, the sort of southeast one. Well, when I mean one, I mean dome. You fucking about in this, Benji?
No.
Okay.
Keep an eyes on. Sorry, I didn't realise you were talking to me directly.
That's an awkward place to have that vehicle bench. Like, I want to like take up position on this side, but I can't.
I put it there because you were down there.
Police are armed with shotguns, so don't.
In fact, like, if you stay tucked in. Ah, that probably works better actually. Yeah. So have one person that way, one person that side. Yeah. What are you seeing, Coleman?
Just took 2 down to our south.
Roger that. Alpha, we've got 2 members in the centre of the compound covering the south of her.
Just took out the one Alpha was getting mowed down by.
Say again?
You want a medal?
We've got friendlies in the very centre of the compound over.
Copy that.
Is that you moving it?
Engage some enemies on the tower, on the east side. Pushing now towards the south.
Right,
over.
now, if they come from the town, we've got something to cover our back.
Yeah. Chopper? I've got chopper spilling up to the south. Chopper spilling up on south. Alright, Bravo, get ready to fucking open up on there to the south. That was short-lived.
Good shot, Reese.
I don't think that was me. I fired on it, but I don't know. Maybe that was like a suicidal one. Alpha, you guys okay?
Repeat last, over.
Just had that chopper blow up next to you. You guys okay?
Banji, are you a medic?
Yeah, that hero landed right in
Can we
front
get you
of
up
us.
here, please?
On you, on you.
Reese, what's the engagement rules on these civvies? They're fucking massing on me.
Unless they like fire on you or you, like that sort of thing. If they're not shooting at you, don't shoot back.
But Reese, they're becoming a mob.
Yeah, good.
I've got contacts.
just saw the gun come out, like the door open. Reese, another guy walked out to our right.
Fucking hell.
I just saw the gun like slowly move out. Amazing. I'm gonna have to repack.
Alpha, be warned, we've got contacts that have got like sort of like blue camouflage police uniforms over.
Military police, I think there.
Yeah, copy that. We've already engaged a couple of them inside our
Your
inside
support
the dome,
role.
over.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're stopping them, like pulling them behind us, so we're not overextended. Move back to the objective complete, I guess. Alpha, do you see that message over?
Yeah, copy that. I'm assuming that's extracting back to our vehicle point, over.
Yeah, it looks like it. If you guys pull up back up to the sort of north side of the compound, we'll then fall back to you, and then we can exit or climb the wall and we'll exit and head back to the vehicles over.
Move to the north side. Copy. Alright, you want us to all rally up at that cross mark on the north, copy?
I'm on the police side.
Correct, over, correct. What? Are those police guys?
Undercover police officers, Reese.
How do you know that?
Banshee.
How does BLM know they're undercover police officers? They still accuse them.
That's it, mow them down, boys.
Hold your fire.
It's just, they look like police. They look to be funny.
Reese,
He's
what
got
sort
blue
of
hat as
person
well.
wears a fedora?
Yeah, he's
That's
got a very
undercover
good point.
cop.
One of them's got a camouflage hat.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Do him.
Do not do them.
Do him.
Come on, straight through the eyeball, through the sunglasses.
He wouldn't fucking know.
No.
Embrace your inner Bravo.
I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
Reese, one of them looks like he's on drugs. We must kill him.
We find the angle on it. 1 shot, 2 kills.
Yeah. No, I tried that though. Doesn't pen as well.
There's Alpha.
I think they've heard me. They've looked suddenly.
So Alpha's on us.
Oh, look, there's an undercover policeman over there.
Hey, where have you?
Oh yeah. So about as much as direction.
Welcome to our regular fascisms.
Say that north, I didn't know if I found you. Where the fuck's he gone?
Further north.
Further north, yeah, they're moving.
Yeah, when you went through that
Right
fence,
here.
if you go north.
Around the other side of the container.
Come here.
I fucking love Fonz.
I know he's brilliant.
He's quality.
Remember when him and Winter came were together, Reese? They were a scream.
What?
Nothing's in a rush, eh?
Once Alpha's in position, we'll then fall back to them.
They're right here. What do you mean?
They should be pushing up to the.
Right there.
Yeah.
Moving away.
Yeah. That once they get to the fucking edge of the wall, they'll then cover. We'll then fall back to them.
Yeah, in mutually supporting fire. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, Reese, they're waiting there for covering us, yes?
No, hold on.
Because they seem to be jumping. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Wait,
They're there, look.
Point on it.
Bravo, this is Alpha.
Yeah.
Where?
Right there, look
They're
through the
there.
fucking door.
Oh, well. Send. I'm like looking left and right. I'm like, where?
Alpha team now at the hole mark on the north side of the compound, over.
Come on, Reese.
Watch, Baba's moving. Alright, Baba.
Alpha lead out.
Who'd have guessed?
Moving.
And then we fall
Yeah, they should hold here while we fall back to our original position.
Or we could just all move his 8 on the assumption that we haven't taken any casualties so far. And that we won't take any more.
Hey, well, you've got to wait for me first.
Now in diamond formation, we've automatically gone into it. Brilliant. Brilliant! Brilliant!
Marvelous.
Booyakasha.
Booyakasha! Jakaraka! Go left, Corbin. Let's go out the low bit.
I'm just gonna have Bravo jump the wall, and then you join us, Alpha.
Look at this, look at this. They're covering us. One of them's got his head on the floor. Two of them are looking at each other. And one of them's
in the corner.
Yeah,
Say again, Bravo.
I'm taking Bravo over the wall, and then you join us just after over.
Be advised, wait for
I'm try to talk.
2 minutes. We'll come once he's back over.
You sort of shuffle along it.
Roger, we're holding to your back. Over, lovely.
I'm glad I got those key bindings.
Are we pushing the church, Pete?
Hmm?
We're pushing the church.
Negative. Hold until Alpha gets ready to move.
Why are we like 4 years?
I said it'll be 2 minutes. Barbara, can I get a 360 covering north, south, east, west? I'm assuming, was that you try calling the video saying you've got north?
Northeast, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool, and you got west covered over?
Yep.
Thank you. A Danny-sized bag of chips, just like nom nom nom. A Danny-sized bag of chips, you're just like, oh yes, and another one. So, in Bravo, who was the first one to fire, and then who fired second on those technicals?
I fired first.
Oh, I fired first.
When I meant like AT.
Oh, AT? Oh no,
Yeah.
I didn't have AT.
Pretty much both those shots were like bang on. It's good aiming. Why is that task completed and yet we've not even got there yet? Corman!
Had nothing to do with that.
Raw, sit rep.
No idea. The church where our vehicles were has just detonated over.
Okay, copy that.
It was not a member of Bravo that did that over.
No worries, that's okay. White Force is back. We're going to Oscar Mike. Moving to you.
That was not me.
I've got movement in there. Alpha, have you got anyone near the church over?
That's a negative.
Definitely hostile, definitely hostile.
Looks like I've got hostiles at the church. It's just blown up over. Right, brother, can I get you in that small fucking building or wreck that is the fucking ruins in front of us to the north? No, to the north. Move in. Come on, move in. So we're just at the ruins, just slightly more north of her. Is Colin with us or is he AFK?
Oh, Coleman's in the fucking church, Reese.
What?
How's Coleman in there?
Yeah. I was taking the piss, I was hoping you'd shoot him.
Alpha Lead, can you repeat last? We were busy sorting
Mike told him to go to the church.
some entries out.
Like, directly.
Fuck's sake.
Hey, Reese,
Zeus has also tried killing me at least 6 times, but I'm still alive.
Come and stand where I am. Can you see those lights through the brickwork?
I can see that there's like the sun or the moon or something right behind it. Or
No, come stand where I am, like literally down here. Look through this corner of this building and look at where those lights are.
Yeah, I can see that.
Through the brickwork.
Not through the brickwork, but directly at the top looks like
No,
lights.
no.
oh no, Banj. That is to do with the ambient occlusion. That's if you turn ambient occlusion off, that stops that.
No, I know.
Oh, I see it here actually. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
If you crouch, it does it.
yeah,
Oh.
there's enough of the wall in the way. Like this top bit of the wall clearly isn't hitbox. It'll be the
Yeah.
hitbox.
Yeah.
Not the light, won't it?
Alright. So Bravo 7, is that you in the church? Bravo 7.
What if I say yes?
I'm gonna shoot him.
Fuck, am I still alive, man? I've fucking got through 2 IEDs.
What? I did shoot him.
There you go. Apologies, Alpha. We have actually got rogue members of Bravo over. Contact. Taking contact from the west over.
Copy that.
Well, we're way short.
I have a gunner on the top, engaging.
Fucking hell. Ah, right. I'm not here actually. Oh, I'm about to be. Taking heavy contact from west. Over. All your smoke out. Right, Bravo, chuck your smoke. Band, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Bandaging, I'm completely...
Aiden, you good?
Yeah, it's alright, Aiden, I'll get to you in a moment. Bandaging down, so we'll do.
We've got contacts south as well. Contacts south.
Roger, contact south. Say again?
You good?
Yep, good. I'm perfect. Roger, contact south.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, Roger, I'm coming to you. You want to do the... Is your shit tourniquet?
Yeah, it's tourniquet.
Grenade out.
You're not tourniquet. Oh, you're missing tourniquet. Okay, your leg.
Come on, can you leave that goddamn church alone?
Tourniquet in your arm. Right, start getting pattern bandaging and that stuff. Right, I'll do your leg. Bandaging your leg done. Bandaging your arm. Okay, good, you're good. Get those tourniquets off.
Yeah, mum.
Get your tourniquets off. Let me just need to kill myself before I bleed out.
Didn't realise how badly damaged I was, I think.
Oh fuck, we need to hunker in. Can we move to like a better location?
We're good, we can run, I think. No splints or injuries.
Right, I'm gonna pull Bravo into the town.
Yeah. Ready.
Alpha, I'm gonna pull Bravo into the town.
We'll
Right,
fix you up back
let's
in-
move.
back in the base. Are you limping? You're limping.
Roger, fucking hell.
Heavy casualties on
Contact
Alpha.
southeast. Yeah, taking contact southeast.
Stay down. We're just gonna have to cover it. Stitching, restitching.
Reloading.
Okay, 50%.
Sweet.
Right, we're good now, we're good, you can move.
We're not good to move. We're not good to move. Contacts. RPKs. Fucking hell.
Are you good?
I'm good to move, but we can't break contact cover here.
Reloading.
Yeah, Roger, I'm almost out of bullets.
I'm good on the outside of the compound.
Stay inside.
Give me bullets.
Reloading.
Yeah, just outside, Reese, you good?
Yeah, good. Oh, fucking hell. They're real close.
Yeah, Roger. Eyes on.
Contact via. I'm hit.
You good?
Fucking down. I'm gonna try and heal myself. Oh, I've got fractures and shit.
You got smokes, Reese?
No, I've trapped mine. And I've got no fucking tourniquets left. What?
No corner. Okay, I've got you.
How'd you select smoke?
Press 7 on your top of your bar.
On your numpad. Along the numbers along the top of your...
Along top.
Not the F ones.
Gotcha. Smoke, right down.
Can you get the splint bench?
Don't worry about that yet. I'll stitch you and then we'll move.
Okay.
Vehicle's coming.
The last was very close.
Oh, that's real close. Oh. Band's dead. Aiden. No.
I almost accidentally did it on the server, but then I cancelled it.
No, everybody. It changed for everybody.
Up to 12,000.
2,500 mine was.
No,
Yeah.
hang on. Let me see what it says in because I didn't change it to that. The only thing I would have done.
It come through everybody because even mine changed.
Yeah, so on the client's view distance settings, it's 500, but that's not on overwrite clients, and nor is it on overwrite mission. It's not. It won't do anything even if I change that.
Sorry, because mine was at 2,500 when I went in and checked.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't change any of that. I didn't actually change any of that.
Yeah, Aiden was technically the last one. Oh, there he goes. He's dead. Oh, that's false.
Point why we did it in the sentence so people could choose their own.
Yeah. No.
Channel member joined your channel.